Yup, that's me, flying with my dog. I know it sounds cute until your Chihuahua starts barking in the middle of the cabin. But flying with a dog isn't just chaos, it's actually totally doable. I'll show you how I traveled from Prague to Stockholm with my little Luna, what you need to prepare, what airline expect, and what it's really like to have a furry buddy at 30,000 feet in the air. Let's go. We woke up early as we had a very early flight, drove to the airport, and first thing I did was take Luna out so she can pee, gave her a little water, and then went over to the check-in. But before I show you how do you check in, let me go a little back a day early to show you how do you actually have to prepare and what do you have to have with her to the airport. So here are all the things I'm taking for Luna. These I'm taking with me on the airplane. It's always good to have something to bribe her a little bit because she's not always good. And we have this little toy. Then this is our bag. It functions as a backpack. So her leash, this little friend, a pad just in case something would happen. Right, Luna? So before we fly with Luna, we need things that are fulfilled before we fly. For example, she has to have her own passport. She has to have a rabies vaccination. If she has that, she's all good to travel within the European Union. For example, we're flying to Sweden. So there's some other things we need to do, and also you have to follow whatever your airline wants to do. So in case of the airline, we are traveling with Eurowings. So on their website, you have this kind of a paper. You have to fill it up. My animal transport bag is, here they show you the exact dimensions. So for example, on the way back, we're flying Norwegian. Norwegian don't want any kind of papers with, which is pretty nice. And so for Sweden, there's two ways you can register a dog. For example, when I'm flying to Czech Republic, her passport is just enough to entry back home. Sweden has this really nice way that you can entry and do registration online, so that you can go on the website and you can do entry registration of dog and cat. I already filled that up. And yeah, so this is kind of all you need. With the dog, you have to actually always go check in. I usually fly with small bag that I don't have to check in under, and I could normally check in online, but with the dog you cannot. They have to check Luna's passport anyway. So you just take these two and you show them to the people whoever is on the desk, and they give you your flight ticket. Onto a security check, right, Luna? When you get to the walk-through metal detector, you just put everything on those little trays, Luna's leash and everything, and just take the dog itself with you to walk through the detector, and that's it. Then we had some time to look around, so we looked at some Lego. Then we looked where our flight is, found the gate, sat down, I took Luna out of the bag and gave her some treats, so she wouldn't feel like she's closed all the time, because then during the flight she'll have to be in the bag. Then we got both passports ready. Sometimes they want to see it, so then we walked in. You usually get like a earlier boarding with the dog. I let Luna open for a little bit because the moment I close her, she hates it and she will really let you know. So she wouldn't be closed for too long and then annoy people around.
With the red
When we're in the air and the seatbelt sign is off, I always take Luna up. Technically it's against the rules, but I always take her up, open her up, and then she knows she's open, she's close to me, and she falls asleep, and she's good as a baby. In the end of the flight, I put her back down. Usually she starts to bark, but this time she actually kept sleeping, so that was really awesome, and she didn't have to embarrass mommy anymore. So then we got off of the plane, went to the bathroom. She goes everywhere with me, even into the stall, obviously. Then we went for the baggage claim, got our bag, and we were gonna check in with our dog. Usually at the exit, the police officer stops us. We show them our registration paper and they let us in. Then the first thing I do is go out with Luna so she can go pee. We have this one place in Stockholm that we go, piece of grass that she knows. And then for our waiting time, before we take our train, we got some food with Luna, and obviously she was trying to get some. Then we only had 2 trains left to our final destination to get home. When I got home, my boyfriend was at work, but he left us a nice surprise, some Lego and red wine, which I can't wait to start building in upcoming days. Whew. So we finally made it home, or to our final destination. So it was a long travel, but Luna and I are very happy to get home after getting a little lost with the buses, which I don't have any footage of because it was very dark and not I was a little scared. But we figured that was my mistake. And Luna loved this rope. Right, Luna? Well, but thank you for following with us, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!